Toyota ditched the old reliable V6 in lieu of a 4-cylinder on the new 6th generation 4Runner. It gave it way more power, but it also gave it better miles per gallon. Or did it? Well, we will find that out in this video, and the results, guys, they're actually a little bit shocking. Now, we recently road tripped from Florida to McKinney, Texas with both the 5th gen 4Runner and the 6th gen 4Runner. And the reason for that, which I will get into in a future video, is the old girl, the 5th gen. It needs some help with the paint, unfortunately. So I did take it to Complete Customs. They work with Toyota all the time. It's as OEM as a paint job that I can get for that vehicle. But I figured since we're road tripping 670 miles with both vehicles, the same exact direction, the same exact weather, the same exact headwind, tailwind, all of that stuff, let's see which one gets better miles per gallon. And if it's worth getting rid of that V6 in the 5th gen for this new 4-cylinder. So we started this journey back in Destin, Florida, where I topped off both of the 4Runners, and of course gas went up 30 cents from the last day. That's absolutely crazy from when I filled up the Tundra, but luckily I earned 11 cents back thanks to the Upside app. I pulled on into my house, reset both of the total MPG averages on both of the 4Runners. Now, I know I mentioned Upside several times just now, and thank God they are a sponsor here on the channel with how much I drive. Guys, I use this app all the time, and you definitely should too, especially while gas is super high right now. But it's just not gas stations this free app works at. It's restaurants, some grocery stores, convenience stores as well. Whatever you guys can find in your local area on the free Upside app. They have given back over $1 billion to their users thus far. To figure out how much you can earn, go ahead and utilize my link down in the description or the pinned comment. Use my promo code TRDJOHN when you download the free Upside app. And when you do, you will earn back an extra 25 cents back on your first tank of gas. That is code TRDJOHN to earn 25 cents back on your first tank of gas. Upside, thank you so much for sponsoring this video and helping us get from Florida to Arizona. Now let's see which 4Runner does better. And there we go, leaving Florida in the 5th gen 4Runner. And as I was driving here, I got a walkie-talkie with my wife, and I was like, you know what? I don't think this vehicle has ever left Florida. In the 8.5 years that I've had it, we were just brainstorming for the last 5 minutes. Much driving as I do with all the vehicles, this vehicle has never ever left the state of Florida since I bought it in 2017, which is absolutely crazy. All right, I'm at 17.1 miles per gallon with 212 miles left of range. What are you at?
19.5 and 193.
So 19.5 and 193. All right. 6th gen's beating it. I just really wish that that vehicle had a bigger tank. Hot rod in the daily. Got the puppers walking and stuff, going to the bathroom. 5th gen has been doing great with the OTT tune. The new transmission mapping that they did, freaking money, dude. So we're gonna top off both of the 4Runners and reset the trip so we can get a manual calculation at the next one and then see what they're truly reading. This may be accurate, but it actually may not, because I remember I actually went a little bit bigger on tires for this one versus what it was stock, because these were about a 31 stock and that one had 33 stock. Still 33s on the 6th gen, but these ones are close to like a 33 now. Same tire size though, I believe, on both of them. Yeah, 285 70 17s and a 116T. And actually the same over here, 285 70 R17 116T. Yeah, I went super lightweight on the tires for both of them. The only thing though is the 6th gen 4Runner, the lock wheels may be a little bit heavier in all 4 corners than the 5th gen OEM wheels. Dang, looks like Bree got 19.6 miles per gallon. Not that bad. I am on fill-up duty right now while she does the dogs, and I did not adjust her seat, and holy crap, she is freaking short. All right, so I went ahead, changed trip A over here. I'm just gonna hold it down to reset so we can get the mileage, and then boom, reset the average right there on the 6th gen. You guys have a good walk? All right, 5th gen all filled up. It's just so crazy how archaic and old this is. Oh, I'm still getting used to it. Like, I drove this a lot when I first bought it, but all right, so we averaged 18 miles per gallon. Gonna go ahead and clear that, and then press this little doodad, old school, man. Get back to the trip,
reset the trip. All right, Babes is ready. Let's roll.
Now the 6th Gen 4Runner with my wife driving, she absolutely beat me miles per gallon wise with what I was getting with the 5th Gen. However, those speeds were anywhere from 55 miles an hour to maybe 70 miles an hour. A lot of stop go in some of the smaller towns in Mississippi to get to that first gas station. Now, my wife did drive the 6th Gen 4Runner the whole time. So I guess that is the only caveat to this test to see which person got better miles per gallon. However, we stayed with each other the whole time pretty much on the trip. So I don't think there would be that many variances with the miles per gallon. However, the 5th Gen 4Runner did start to pull ahead a little bit in miles per gallon. So the next strip from Love's to the following gas station was 200 miles exactly. And this is where I figured out that the 5th Gen 4Runner, due to the larger tire size that I was running with it, is actually reading less miles traveled, which is nice because this vehicle is showing lower miles on my odometer. However, it is not truly accurate. So we filled up at the Chevron, I believe it was. And keep in mind, I am putting premium in both of these vehicles. They are tuned by OTT, and to get the most out of it, I want to put premium in the vehicles. The 6th Gen 4Runner was reading right at 19 miles per gallon. And you'll see on the trip, it is also at exactly 200 miles. Whereas the 5th Gen 4Runner was reading 18.9, and that was at 193 miles. So doing the hand jam calculation, the 6th Gen 4Runner was at actually 19.2. So it was reading 0.2 miles per gallon less than what the actual computer was reading. And then doing the hand jamming for the 5th Gen, it was actually reading higher as well. Per the computer, it was at 18.9, and then I got 19.29. However, if we do 200 miles, where this 4Runner should have been for that distance traveled, we were at 19.98. 5th Gen 4Runner actually beat the 6th Gen on this stretch. Now, during this time, we had a whole lot of rain, a good amount of headwind, and this is something that you'll notice with a 6th Gen 4Runner, is the fact that the turbocharger, if it has to spool up, you are going to get worse miles per gallon. So that's pretty solid gas mileage, honestly, for both vehicles, but we made our way then to a quick trip about 163 miles later. Now, the rain continued to pour down, a good amount of headwind. The turbocharger in that 6th Gen 4Runner was spooling. That is for darn sure. We had cruise control set about 70 miles an hour, maybe close to 75 at some points, but the rain was just coming down so hard that we didn't want to push it more than that. So the 5th Gen 4Runner at this gas station got 16.73 miles per gallon, and the vehicle itself was reading 16.3 miles per gallon. Now, I went off the mileage based off the 6th Gen 4Runner, since that one seemed to be accurate versus the 5th Gen's odometer. And then the 6th Gen 4Runner for this stretch got just a smidge less miles per gallon at 16.4. Now, after this, we continued into Terrell, Texas, or Terrell, Texas, however you pronounce that, about an hour or so, hour and a half outside of McKinney to rest up for the night. Now, at this point, the rain was coming down and there was a lot of headwind. My wife actually continued further ahead of me. I did fall back a little bit just because I didn't want this 4Runner to continue, or not this 4Runner, the 5th Gen 4Runner, to just like rev up all the time because there was a good amount of headwind. Her in the 6th Gen 4Runner here with the turbo, the way that this powertrain is, it's just so much better in the sense of maintaining speed versus the 5th Gen 4Runner, because I truly do feel like the 5th Gen 4Runner is still underpowered just a little bit. It's a great bulletproof platform, don't get me wrong, but I do feel like it's a little underpowered. So I was cruise control set around 65 to 70, and I radioed to her, and she said she was about 75 miles an hour with her cruise control set. So doing the math with that, when we pulled into the bookies, and when doing the math, the 5th Gen 4Runner was at 16.33 miles per gallon. And the 6th Gen 4Runner with the biggest discrepancy yet, not only compared to the 5th Gen 4Runner, but for some reason the computer was way off on this one. It was reading 15.9, but the actual MPG was 15.35. So almost a full mile per gallon less than the 5th Gen 4Runner on that same stretch of road. Now, again, my wife had cruise control set to about 70 to 75 miles an hour, where I was at about 65 to 70 miles an hour. So yeah, that's quite a big difference when you have the 4-cylinder in this new 6th Gen 4Runner, just spooling up, trying to stay at a high weight speed with rain, with headwind, loaded down decently as well on the inside. So that's quite a big difference when you're just staying at highway speeds with a good amount of environmental impact going against the vehicle. So then, is the 6th Gen 4Runner worth it versus the 5th Gen 4Runner? Well, it honestly depends on who you are and what you're using your vehicle for. Now, we try to be as fair as possible on this drive here. So I had our dogs in my vehicle with my weight, and then I had our little luggage carrier on the back of the 5th Gen. That's all I had in mind. My wife in the 6th Gen here, she had our 2 cats, and then we had some stuff stacked over the axle. We had the Iceco fridge, her toolbox, the cat litter box, all the dog food stuff. So I try to make it as even as possible with both of these vehicles. Now, my wife did comment that this thing was super easy to drive, which that is the benefit of this new iForce powertrain. And this one isn't even the hybrid platform. So she did say that this one was a pleasure to drive. The 5th Gen 4Runner, it was old in its ways. But again, with that OTT tune, my transmission was not shifting up and down all over the place. It stayed very consistent as well while I was driving. And surprisingly, it got better gas mileage than this did on pretty much every single step of the way. Actually, every single stop that we went to, the 5th Gen outperformed the 6th Gen by just a smidge. Now, with the MPG out of the way, which one to me drove better? Well, we continued the trip after we dropped the 5th Gen 4Runner off in McKinney, Texas, to come all the way to Arizona. This 6th Gen 4Runner is so much better to drive on the road than the 5th Gen is. It has instant power. The torque is so good and low end of this vehicle that the turbo just spools up so fast and you just maintain your highway speed, or you have all the passing power in the world. It is a very, very good powertrain in this new 6th Gen 4Runner. However, the caveat is, and Toyota, I'm so sorry, but like, I am a fanboy. I love my Toyotas, I really do. This thing is cheap. It is very cheap compared to the 5th Gen 4Runner. And being in the 5th Gen for about 12 hours one day and getting into this thing for about 13 hours the next day, this is built cheaper than the 5th Gen 4Runner. I'm sorry, it just is. The glass, way thinner than that of the 5th Gen 4Runner. The 5th Gen doesn't even have acoustic glass. This glass on this is just thinner. I hear all the cars passing me. I hear so much more road noise out of this. Both of them have relatively the same tires on them. Both of them have a Westcott kit, so it's not like the 5th Gen is stock and this one's modified from like stuff that I've done to it. No, it's not. It's pretty much the same. I'm not gonna knock on the wind noise that I have from the big, huge freaking KC lights on up front. I'm not gonna say all that. But the road noise of cars that I heard passing on this, I mean, even the doors of this 4Runner, and there's aluminum composite pieces on this vehicle, it just seems a lot cheaper than that of the 5th Gen 4Runner. And rattles. There's rattles in this vehicle, like I've told you guys. I have a dash piece that's rattling. My wife said her seatbelt area is rattling on her side. I heard some rattles too. Granted, we had a lot of crap in the car, but when she was able to touch her spot on the seatbelt, it went away. When I was able to put pressure, like I've showed you guys in previous videos, on the dashboard right there, that rattle went away. So it's just like, I really do enjoy driving this 4Runner on road trips because the powertrain's freaking great, but like, it just feels cheaper than the 5th Gen over time. And if I didn't have a 5th Gen to go back to back, I wouldn't really notice the differences. But when you go from something just so solid and pure as what the 5th Gen 4Runner was, it really shows that Toyota is in their first model year of this. I will say that Toyota is in their first model year of this, and hopefully they have improvements going forward. Because in all fairness, my 5th Gen 4Runner, it's about 7 to 8 years into its model year. Toyota had 7 to 8 years during that time to go from 2010 to 2018, when mine was, with the minor refresh of 2014, to make that 4Runner as great as possible. So I'm saying this so Toyota realizes that this does need some improvement with the quality of materials and also some of the road presence that this vehicle has, with a lot of the kind of bouncing and chattering and stuff of the vehicle, with also the rattles on the inside. But if you're looking for a vehicle though, a 4Runner that has great powertrain, like I applaud this powertrain, it's very good. We got decent MPG, relatively the same as a 5th gen 4Runner. This thing can tow more. Maybe not put as much on the inside just with how it's kind of configured out, but we still took everything that was in the 5th gen 4Runner and put it into this. The dogs, the cats, everyone, we were decently comfortable for having that much crap inside a vehicle, and we still made it to Arizona safely without any hiccup. And that is the most important thing, is Toyota products just getting you to hopefully where you need to go. So I just wanted to make this quick video for you guys. Well, I guess it's not quick because I was rambling a little bit, but just in case you guys were in the market and you have a 5th gen 4Runner, but you just hate how underpowered it is and somewhat bad gas mileage that vehicle gets versus a 6th gen 4Runner. So guys, I truly appreciate you all watching. I will catch you all in the next one. All right, see you later.